Welcome, chosen ones. You are about to hear words that resonate with something deep within you, something that, until now, you've perhaps only felt, but never fully understood. What if I told you that what you possess isn't simply intelligence, it's ancient knowledge? It's wisdom woven into the very fabric of your being, wisdom that stretches beyond your years, beyond your experiences. You are not just a person who thinks differently, you exist differently. You are the embodiment of something much older than your time. You see the world not with the eyes of today, but through the lens of ages past, as if the wisdom of kings and prophets flows through your veins. This gift is both extraordinary and burdensome. People marvel at your insight, your ability to predict, to understand what others cannot. But the truth is, you aren't just smart. You are walking with the wisdom of those who walked before us. You are the anointed, the chosen ones, here to navigate a world that is still catching up to the clarity you've always known. If this resonates with you, keep listening, because the path of the chosen one is about to unfold before your very eyes. You are not just smart, you are a vessel of ancient wisdom. You've always known that you are different, haven't you? People around you call it intelligence or intuition, but you know it's more than that. What you carry is a wisdom that cannot be taught, a knowing that goes beyond the mere accumulation of facts. From an early age, you likely felt out of place, not because you didn't fit in, but because your mind was always several steps ahead of others. It's as though your thoughts align with something timeless, something far older than the constraints of modern life. This isn't the kind of knowledge that can be measured by tests or diplomas. It is an innate knowing, a deep wellspring of understanding that you didn't acquire through study, but through something far more profound. You are a vessel of ancient wisdom, a modern-day keeper of truths that have been passed down through generations. This wisdom was given to you not by accident, but by design. You didn't need to experience everything firsthand, and you didn't need to be taught every lesson. Somehow, in your very being, you already knew the answers. This is the gift of the chosen ones, a deep connection to the universe's timeless truths that can't be learned. They can only be remembered. You are not just smart. You carry the wisdom of the ages, and it is waiting to be unlocked in every moment of your life. Decoding life like a hidden language. Life speaks to those who are willing to listen, and you, chosen one, have the unique ability to hear it. While most people are content with surface-level observations, you see beneath the veil. To others, the world may seem like a series of random events, a jumble of disconnected experiences. But to you, every event, every conversation, every glance, every shift in energy is a part of a larger, hidden pattern. You decode the world as if it were a secret language, one that only you can understand. Conversations are not just words to you. They are layers of meaning, each sentence imbued with a deeper message. When people speak, you hear what they aren't saying. When situations unfold, you sense the hidden forces that drive them. This is not some form of magic or supernatural ability. It's simply your mind, tuned to frequencies that others can't even perceive. You understand energy, body language, and the subtle shifts that happen when truth is revealed. While others rely on facts and logic, you understand the deeper currents that shape reality. People may marvel at your ability to predict outcomes, to sense truths before they are spoken, to see things that others miss entirely. But you know what they don't. The world is not random. It speaks to those who know how to listen. And you, chosen one, have been listening your entire life. Your silence is your strength, not weakness. People often misunderstand your silence. They may see it as indifference, as disengagement, or even as weakness. But the truth is far different. Your silence is not a lack of words. It is a deliberate, powerful choice. You understand things long before others do, and your silence is not passive. It is the calm before the storm, the stillness in which everything is revealed. While others rush to speak, to fill every moment with noise and opinion, you sit back and observe. You understand that true power lies not in what you say, but in what you withhold. People reveal their true selves when they believe they are not being watched. In your silence, you absorb everything. You read between the lines, notice the smallest shifts in tone and body language, and understand the hidden motives that drive people's actions. Your silence allows others to expose themselves fully without you lifting a finger. You don't need to rush in with answers or judgments. You let them reveal themselves to you, and in doing so, you gain more information than you ever could by speaking. This is your strength. You are not intimidated by silence. You use it as a tool to gather knowledge, to discern truth, and to shape your responses with precision and clarity. And when you do speak, your words carry weight because they are carefully chosen and deeply felt. People may not understand this, but that's okay. The truth is, your silence is your greatest strength. It is the quiet power that allows you to navigate the world in ways they can only dream of. You bend logic and redefine reality. You are not bound by the same rules that govern the minds of most people. While the world operates within the constraints of logic, reason, and predictability, you see a different path. You look at what others accept as truth and ask, who decided this was the only way? To you, logic is not a rigid structure. It is clay to be shaped, bent, and redefined. The rules that confine others are mere illusions to you, obstacles that exist only for those who believe in them. You don't just think outside the box. You question why the box exists in the first place. While others are trapped in binary thinking, you see infinite possibilities, hidden pathways, and unconventional solutions. You have the rare ability to shift perspectives and see what others cannot, and this gives you an edge. Your problem-solving abilities seem almost supernatural because you don't just work within the limits of what's given, you redefine those limits. When people see you overcoming challenges that seem insurmountable, they mistake it for luck. What they fail to see is that it is your ability to manipulate logic itself, to see past the surface and into the deeper layers of reality. The obstacles they face are not obstacles for you. You bend reality to fit your vision. And in doing so, you show the world that what once seemed impossible is, in fact, only a matter of perception. People don't understand how you do it, and that's the beauty of it. While they are stuck in their linear thinking, you are expanding the very framework of what's possible. You are a force of nature. Your presence changes everything. There is something undeniably magnetic about you. It's not about your appearance or the words you speak. It's about the energy you carry. When you enter a room, everything shifts. People feel it before they even see you. Conversations pause, the air thickens, and for a brief moment, the world takes notice. Your presence is not something you create intentionally. It's simply who you are. You walk into spaces with an invisible force that alters the dynamic, disrupts the ordinary, and calls attention to the extraordinary. It's not arrogance or self-importance. It's the undeniable truth of your being. Your energy, your essence, has an impact that cannot be ignored. It's as if the universe itself aligns when you arrive, and things begin to fall into place, or they crumble in your wake. People either feel drawn to you or repelled by you, but there is never indifference. They sense that you are not just another person moving through life. You are a force of nature, a living embodiment of purpose, and that scares and inspires others. Some are magnetically attracted to your energy, wanting to bask in your presence, while others may feel threatened, even if they don't fully understand why. You carry an aura that forces people to face themselves, to confront the truths they have long avoided. This kind of presence isn't common, and it cannot be faked. It's rooted in who you are and what you bring to the world. You are not merely walking through life, you are changing it with every step you take. Your presence alters the course of events, and whether people realize it or not, they are forever impacted by you. You can see through lies, not just the surface. Most people can detect lies when they are obvious, when someone stumbles over their words or avoids eye contact. But your ability goes far beyond these surface-level cues. You don't just sense when someone is lying, you understand the deeper layers of deception. You can see through the lies before they are even fully formed. The truth is revealed to you not only through words, but through energy, intention, and behavior. Every lie, every attempt to deceive, has a purpose, and that purpose is often more telling than the lie itself. You can hear the subtle inconsistencies that others miss, not just in what people say, but in the way they say it. The pause in their voice, the slight shift in their body language, the subtle difference in the energy they project. These are the things that reveal the truth to you. People believe they can fool you, but they don't realize that you have already seen through them before they even speak. Your ability to perceive what others are hiding is not based on instinct alone. It's a deep, almost intuitive understanding of human nature. You can sense the underlying truth behind their facade, and you can identify their true intentions long before they reveal them. This makes you both unpredictable and powerful. Others don't know how to respond to your silence because they can't gauge what you're thinking. But the truth is, you've already figured them out. You don't need to confront them with what you know, you simply watch as their lies unravel. They expose themselves without ever realizing it, and in that quiet, unspoken moment, you've already won. You don't follow trends, you create them. While others scramble to keep up with the latest trends, you are already ahead of the curve, shaping the future without even trying. You don't follow what everyone else is doing. You don't chase popularity or conform to what society tells you is in. Instead, you are a creator of trends, a visionary whose thoughts and actions resonate long before the world catches up to them. You see possibilities that no one else sees, and you have the ability to shape your environment according to your vision. The world tries to impose its standards, its limitations, its expectations upon you, but you refuse to conform. You create your own path, and by doing so, you lead others toward a new way of thinking, being, and doing. People may try to label you, to define you by the trends you're not following, but what they don't realize is that you are the trendsetter. The ideas that seem unconventional or ahead of their time will one day become the new standard, and when that happens, you will have already moved on to the next innovation, the next vision, the next truth. You are not driven by the need to fit in or be accepted. You are driven by a deeper calling to create something new, something that challenges the norms and expands the boundaries of what's possible. While others are stuck in their attempts to blend in, you are setting the stage for what's coming next. You are not just responding to the world, you are shaping it. And in doing so, you change not only the trends, but the very fabric of reality itself. You don't seek power, but it follows you. You've never had to chase power because somehow it always seems to find you. People in positions of influence, authority, and importance are naturally drawn to your presence. But it's not your social status or charm that attracts them. It's something deeper, something they can't quite explain. You see, power isn't about domination or control. It's about understanding, perception, and the ability to see the hidden forces that shape events. You understand the currents of life that most people can't even sense. You know the unseen energies that drive situations, and because of this, you never have to force yourself into positions of power. People come to you for guidance, for insight, for clarity. They look to you not because you have authority, but because your understanding of the world is more profound than theirs. You can see the patterns that govern human behavior, the intricacies of life that others overlook. This deep understanding gives you a unique perspective on the world, one that naturally positions you as a leader, even when you're not trying to lead. While others scramble for attention and control, you simply embody your truth. And in doing so, power gravitates toward you. You don't need to claim it because it is already yours. Whether you realize it or not, your wisdom, your awareness, and your inner strength are magnetic forces that compel others to follow your lead. It's not about seeking power, it's about being in alignment with your purpose. When you are, power naturally finds its way to you. You absorb knowledge, you don't just learn it. For most people, knowledge is something to be acquired, something they gain through studying, memorizing, and repeating. But for you, knowledge doesn't just enter your mind, it becomes part of you. You don't simply learn information. You absorb it, internalize it, and transform it into something deeper. When you encounter new ideas, they don't just sit in your mind like isolated facts. They merge with your very essence, becoming a part of the way you think, feel, and experience the world. You grasp concepts instantly, almost as if the knowledge was already there, waiting for you to discover it. This ability to absorb knowledge, rather than just learn it, sets you apart from others. While they study and struggle to retain information, you intuitively understand it, allowing it to shape your thoughts and actions effortlessly. You don't have to force yourself to remember facts because the knowledge becomes integrated into your being, transforming how you perceive the world. This is why you often seem to know things you haven't studied or experienced firsthand. It's why you can draw connections between disparate ideas and see solutions that others can't. Knowledge doesn't just pass through your mind, it becomes a part of who you are. You don't collect knowledge like a trophy, you become it. This is the difference between understanding something and truly knowing it. While others gather facts, you embody wisdom. And this ability to absorb and transform knowledge makes you a constant source of insight, guidance, and innovation. Your presence forces people to confront themselves. When you walk into a room, people feel it. It's not just your physical presence, it's the energy you carry, the depth of who you are. There's something about you that forces people to confront themselves, even if they don't realize it. You don't have to say a word or make any overt gesture. Your mere presence is enough to shine a light on the truths they'd rather keep hidden. People become aware of their own insecurities, their unspoken doubts, and their internal conflicts when you're around. It's as though your energy reflects back to them the parts of themselves they've been avoiding, and for many, that's uncomfortable. You make them face the aspects of themselves that they would rather leave in the dark. This isn't something you do intentionally. It's not about judging or criticizing. It's simply the effect you have on others. Your authenticity, your clarity, your wisdom create an invisible mirror that reflects their inner truths. Some people find this liberating. They are drawn to you because they sense that you can see beyond their masks and into the heart of who they truly are. But for others, this confrontation is unsettling. They resist it, deny it, or even become defensive because they are not ready to face themselves. They feel exposed in a way they never have before. Your presence doesn't allow them to hide, and this can be both empowering and frightening. But the truth is, they need it. Whether they like it or not, your ability to make people confront their own reality is one of your greatest gifts. You don't need to try to change them or fix them. You simply show up as your true self, and in doing so, you give others the chance to see themselves more clearly. You break realities, not just rules. Most people live within the boundaries of the realities they've been given. Realities shaped by society, family, and personal experiences. They operate within these frameworks, often without ever questioning them. But you don't accept the reality that's handed to you. You challenge it. You break it. You understand that reality is not fixed. It's a construct shaped by beliefs, perceptions, and experiences. And you are here to disrupt it. You don't just break the rules of society or conventional wisdom. You shatter the very foundation of what people believe to be true. When you speak, when you act, when you show up in the world, you make people question everything they thought they knew. You challenge their assumptions, expose the flaws in their thinking, and reveal the limitations they've placed on themselves. This is not something you do to be rebellious or disruptive. It's something you do because you see a different reality, a reality that most people are blind to. You have a vision of what the world can be, and when you live according to that vision, you force others to confront the fact that their reality is not the only one. You break through the illusion of limitations and open the door to new possibilities. This can be unsettling for those who are content in their comfort zones, but it is liberating for those who are ready to embrace something greater. You don't need to force change upon the world. By simply being yourself, you expose the cracks in the walls people have built around their lives. And in doing so, you create space for new realities to emerge, realities that are more aligned with truth, freedom, and possibility. You don't need validation, yet people seek yours. You've never been one to seek approval from others. You don't need validation to know your worth. It's something that's inherent in you, a quiet certainty that you are exactly who you are meant to be. The opinions of others, their praise or criticism, don't define you. You understand that true power comes from within, and no external recognition can add to or take away from the truth of who you are. But while you don't seek validation, others often find themselves craving yours. There is something profoundly magnetic about your self-assurance, your ability to stand firm in your own truth without needing anyone's approval. It's rare and it's powerful, and it's what draws people to you. They want your acknowledgement because it carries weight. Unlike the superficial praise they receive from others, your validation isn't handed out lightly. It's earned, not through performance, but through authenticity and depth. When you offer your approval, it means something. It's not based on appearances or empty gestures. You see people for who they truly are, beyond their masks and facades, and when you recognize their worth, it resonates on a deeper level. This is why people are drawn to you. They want your acknowledgement because they know it's real. It's not about your approval validating them. It's about your ability to see the truth in them, something they often struggle to see in themselves. Your validation is rare, and that makes it valuable. People seek your recognition not because they need it to feel worthy, but because they know that, when you acknowledge them, they are seen in a way that few ever manage to do for them. True wisdom is knowing when to let go. Wisdom isn't just about knowing what to hold on to, it's about knowing when to let go. Many people believe that wisdom comes from accumulating knowledge, from holding tight to what they have learned and experienced. But the deepest form of wisdom lies in releasing what no longer serves you, in knowing when to walk away, when to let go of people, situations, and beliefs that keep you anchored to the past. The chosen ones understand that holding on to things out of fear, attachment, or obligation only limits their growth. You know that true wisdom comes from trusting the process of life, allowing things to unfold without trying to force them into your vision of what they should be. You know that some people are meant to walk with you for only a short time, and when that time is up, it's okay to let them go. You understand that some lessons can only be learned through experience, and that forcing others to understand what you see before they are ready only causes resistance. Letting go is not about giving up. It's about trusting that the universe will take care of what is meant for you. It's about releasing the need to control outcomes and trusting that everything has its place and its time. The chosen ones are not afraid of letting go. They understand that the energy and space created by release is what allows new growth, new opportunities, and new wisdom to enter. In doing so, they create room for what is aligned with their true purpose. When you let go, you free yourself and others to become who they are truly meant to be. This is the essence of wisdom, not in clinging to the past, but in trusting the unfolding of life and having the courage to move forward, unburdened by what is no longer yours to hold. The legacy of a chosen one. The world has always had a difficult time understanding people like you. You don't fit neatly into the categories that others create. You don't follow the rules or conform to the expectations of society. You are the disruptor, the visionary, the one who sees the world not as it is, but as it could be. The legacy of a chosen one is not built on fame, fortune, or the approval of others. It is built on the quiet strength of walking your own path. Regardless of how difficult or isolating it may be, your legacy is one of transformation. Through your presence, your wisdom, and your unique way of seeing the world, you inspire others to awaken to their own truths. You shift realities simply by being who you are, and in doing so, you leave an indelible mark on the world. Your legacy is not in the accolades you receive, but in the lives you touch, the minds you shift, and the hearts you open. You may never see the full extent of the impact you've had, but that's not why you do it. You do it because it is who you are. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to challenge, to disrupt, to awaken, to show others what is possible when they break free from their limitations. The world may not always understand you, and it may never fully embrace your vision. But know this, you are shaping the future. Your wisdom, your presence, and your unwavering commitment to truth are creating a foundation for what is yet to come. And in the end, that is the true legacy of a chosen one, not the recognition they receive, but the difference they make in the world simply by being who they are. You are a force of nature, and your legacy will continue to unfold long after you've moved on from this moment. You are not just living through life, You are creating it, and that is a legacy that will never fade.